Wright and Danny Bonaducci in the morning.
Good morning, world.
Jim Lawson likes dogs humping.
What? Not even good morning?
Nothing, no. I have to get it in early before the what's that called? The safe harbor or whatever it's called. Yeah.
What it's called.
Jim Lawson likes dogs that hump. Danny, you should have gone. That's all I can say.
Oh, I should have. 700 miles in an RV was not a way to spend 48 hours.
I'm sure it was, and that was retarded. You are retardo Montalban.
I love that.
Oh, you are. Except for, no, we came up with a distorted.
Distorted.
You're distorted See, nothing.
it doesn't work.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that is crazy.
It had its high points, though.
Well, no, I don't think we had any high points.
Oh, it sounds like you did. You were covered with glitter, your eyes swollen.
We stole that guy's monkey.
You stole a monkey.
We did steal a monkey. It was
A
like a
live
fantasy
monkey?
of Jack's. No, well, it worked. I mean, you pushed a button and it worked.
Did it do symbols?
Its legs spread open and closed, and that
Wow, between that and Jim Lawson's predilections, it sounds like quite the animal weekend.
Yeah, that was what Biff's monkey. Yeah, we stole Biff's monkey. We had Biff's monkey. We had Jim Lawson liking our boss in Denver,
Right.
liking dogs that hump, which is weird, and it's a whole story in itself.
I'm sure.
We have women that lotion slap, which is like we can't even get into. I honestly yesterday on the
They're
airplane.
typed.
Well, no,
they're not.
no, they're just surrounding it. The
Type
video
thing.
checkout part of my Hyatt bill. Yeah. Here's the deal. Jack and I, because, they give us crap that we don't prepare for this show, but let me just tell you, as Jim Lawson said it best to me, every moment of your life is for this show, Jamie.
Right.
He's like, I've never seen anybody who actually, their life is the show.
Yeah.
So Jack and I, at one point, a little hammered, decide we sit in a corner of a bar at about 2 a.m. and start writing notes on napkins in purple ink.
Nice. That's real prep.
Well, it was really hard to transpose last night. Let me just tell you.
Do you have transcripts of alleged meeting?
There's just something about, you said that JoJo had an implant. Now he's really upset because now people think he has a chin implant.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then Trisha Lawson prepares for the end of the world by storing lots of pasta in her house.
We can't go wrong with pasta.
Why are your legs so scarred is a whole different Oprah. And I
Whose
had
legs?
Mine.
On top of but to add to the pasta thing, they're on a low-carb diet.
I know they are.
Right, but if the end of the world comes, I would assume they're going to go ahead and break their diet.
A man asking Jack's advice about whether he thinks that his fiance is in fact a slut or not, I think is kind of...
Yeah.
What'd you come up with?
Oh, I think she was.
Yeah.
And I think if you have to ask, then the answer is yes.
Yeah, if you're about to marry a woman and you're asking Jack if she's a tramp,
Yeah.
I got to go with probably.
The sadness of young guys going bald and the tragedy that
Very
is.
sad.
We'll discuss that this morning.
Very sad.
Biff and stuffed animals, which is like... Biff, at that point, when there was a stuffed animal in his car, I couldn't Biff.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no boof and Biff.
That's like Calvin peeing on stuff.
Right.
He's out.
Yeah, well, and it's even worse, really. It's a stuffed animal in the back seat, in the window, spread
Yeah,
out.
but Calvin peeing, if it is your car, is a choice. The monkey might have been for a kid and stuff. You don't know
Yeah.
till you ask.
That's what
Then
he
when it turns out to be Biff's monkey, then you can't Biff him.
The fact that I was in strappy ass shoes from approximately 5 p.m. on Friday
Yeah.
to like yesterday, and the balls of my feet, like strappy ass shoes, and I was dancing like I'm a dancer.
And walking 10 blocks.
Oh my God, yeah, that's another thing. Like, men should not lie to women and say it's 4 blocks when it's 10, and you have strappy ass shoes on. Biff.
You guys sound like you put a lot of store in what the guy with the stuffed animal had to
Well,
say.
we didn't know he had a stuffed animal till the end of the night.
Yeah.
At first, we thought he had his groove on. He was, oh, we're so
You
wrong.
thought he had his groove on, and then he turned out to be Biff?
Yeah, he was like a tall, handsome man. We trusted Biff.
Big mistake.
Yeah.
Didn't you learn anything from Sex in the City? You can't trust Mr. Big.
No, you can't. Anyway, and so I just recall this. The last time I danced in Denver, it was to that song, I Want to F You Like an Animal.
Nice.
Yeah, that was like the last time I danced in Denver. Well, now I'm dancing to that one where the really hot chick, she's like the front singer, she's really hot.
Black-eyed peas.
Black Eyed Peas. I'm out there. I'm like,
Great song.
I went up to the guy and I said, could you play something that'll make me look really bitchin', like really cool? Because otherwise I want to F you like an
animal so you can repeat the last time.
Right,
Sure.
and that would be like from the 90s, and I don't want to be uncool. So he played one, and I looked like a superstar. Like
Right on.
I had requested it. I don't even know what's the song.
I don't know what it's called.
I don't either, but I looked like I was popular.
So you just went up and said whatever you think is cool.
Yeah, like make me
But
look.
then but it seemed like you went and requested the cool
Right.
song.
So then he said, "Hey, everybody, Jamie from Kiss in Denver, right there, 95.7 or whatever the hell it is, said that we want to play something bitchin' or something like that." But he said it cooler.
Yeah.
And he said, "So this is Jamie's song that she wanted us to play." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a superstar," and everybody screamed.
Yay.
Yeah, like
Yay.
everybody gave me a what? Also, let's see here. Let me just go through my notes this morning as to what we'll be covering. Drunk girls and limos, yes or no?
Yes.
Did I do lotion slapper?
Yes.
All right, lotion slappers. I'm going to save the best one for the last one. I tell you this one. Stench always wears a white T-shirt, and people are convinced that's the same white T-shirt he was wearing last time he was in Denver.
Well, at least they notice you, man.
Jim Lawson likes dog humping. Got that one, better known as J-Law. His daughter, Nina, is not only cute, but she's smart, too, and make sure that you say that when you say she's cute. My friends Jack and Stench used to go to titty bars. Now they go to baby stores.
Yep.
They used to be into chicks that are dressed like Catholic girls. Now they're buying ballerina outfits.
Wow, you guys took a beating on this one.
Argue with the waiter about the pastry awards. He said that their pastry awards was the chef was the winner in 4 states. We said that means 36 states. Hater.
Good.
Because the 4-state winner or something or whatever.
But doesn't that mean 40 states, Hater?
Right, whatever. Yeah, sorry, I didn't go to math college. And finally, the last thing on my list is women that bite your penis while you're on the dance floor.
Yay.
I'm against them.
Identification. Star 98.7.
I'm sorry, Chris Paddock is distorted. Anyway, all right, let's see here. What is this? Monday, my God, it is like 4th of July extravaganza week.
It is. I'm all prepared.
Oh, I am not prepared because, we went out this weekend and as one of you guys, I don't even know, you guys are a blur. You morphed into the Jack Stench. They've morphed into one. Stack, thank you, way better choice. They've morphed into Stack, and one of them a while ago looked at me and said, "I've never had so much to drink and been in so many dance clubs in one weekend in my life."
They pack them in Denver.
Oh my Godzilla! But that's just not the point. The point is that we're party animals and we're not party animals. We're not like dancing, drinking fiends. And we were
Beans, I like that.
We were like that Danny Terrio or Danny whatever.
Danny Terrio.
Yeah, but only with lots of alcohol.
I'm pretty sure it takes a lot of alcohol to be Danny Terrio.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah.
And so I looked at Jack yesterday on the airplane.
And Adrian Smed, too, as long as we're picking guys who have to drink to live.
I don't remember him.
You don't remember Smed?
No.
I always used to get those two confused. What was he on?
DJ Hooker.
DJ Hooker.
Oh, hell, I don't remember that one. And I looked at Jack yesterday on the airplane and I said, "Do you think it's a possibility to set our livers out on the weekends?"
Nice. Nice.
Because I said, "I know you're old when," and this actually was Saturday night when we were just hammered. I looked at Jack, I said, "You know you're old when you actually look forward to drying out this week."
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait for today, because actually yesterday, because we even had Diet Cokes on the airplane. We were so done.
I remember these good old days.
Oh, and I looked forward to drying out this whole week, and then it dawns on me, Friday is the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but you got several days. You'll be fine.
I can't do it. Yes, Jack Elongation.
I realized something this weekend.
Well, you don't sound that good.
No, well, it was a long one. But, we went out and we drank a lot. And normally I'll just get wasted. And I got really drunk. But the key is I didn't do one shot. And I must have been offered shots every 15 minutes this weekend. It makes it so at least you stay mellow. You know what I mean?
Good.
I was drunk, but there
Yeah.
was no that shot craziness going on.
I look at Jack at one point, Friday night, and I say, "Boy, Jack, you got that. I'm leaning to the side. Hey, everything's okay." Kind of like.
You know what's funny about Jack when he drinks? I mean, literally after the second drink, he's stone cold sober. His hair gets stringy.
Yeah, it's something weird.
Automatically, your hair gets stringy. It's the
Yeah.
weirdest thing that Jack's had a drink.
There were only a few bad choices along the way. I would say probably the one I witnessed that was a really bad choice is yesterday morning, because we had to just end our weekend by just getting hammered at 9 a.m.
Oh, my God.
It might have been earlier.
Oh, Jack, I was
It might
trying
have ended at 9.
It might have, yeah. Well, it was sometime like at noon we crashed. And I look over and there's this nice Chrysler LeBaron convertible, and I see it drive by really fast with two guys in capes, and one is projecting past the front window, like with his hands forward, like he's flying.
Right.
And the other guy has, and he's driving, so he must be driving with his knees, has his hands like he's flying too. And they're going by us really fast, about 10 times, like really fast. And I realize that's Jack and Stench.
We found a car.
And capes.
Oh, no, we had capes for the parade, but we found a car.
Do you have any idea who the owner might be?
No, Avis, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but they thought they could fly in the convertible. And
It's very cute, you guys. I can see it.
Oh, they were drunk.
I flew.
For me, the highlight was when a parade ends, they have to take you back, and this was a pretty long parade. They took us on normal city streets with Stench and I hanging off the back of the car in the trunk.
That is true.
In capes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in full
nice.
speed,
Driving
full,
like 50.
And Jack's
Nice.
holding on to the spoiler of this car, going, I think we're going too fast, Jamie.
Really?
JoJo was driving, and he's crazy.
Awesome.
And Jack's like flying up in the air, holding on, like basically cuddling a spoiler of the back of a car.
Wow.
And he just kept looking at me, hammered. I think this is way too fast.
we're
I
going
think
too
somebody's
fast
going to
now."
get injured. I'd be like, just hold on, we're okay.
Hey, he even called his wife while it was such a long drive back and we're driving so fast, he called his wife and said, if I don't make it home, I'm splattered on the pavement.
No, tell Lucy I love her.
Yeah.
I'm just splattered on the pavement.
Oh my God! Anyway, it was an exceptional weekend, and we bonded. We missed you. You were talked about a lot.
I'll bet.
Yeah, and we felt like you were there in spirit. We tipped a few to the homies.
Did you? Thank you.
Yeah, we went to the bonded dudes.
Several times on the highway, I remember distinctly thinking, I'm so glad I don't drink. And then several times on the highway, I was thinking, God, if I drank, this would be way better.
I want to know this. Did you ever do this? Because I looked at Jack and had this happen yesterday. I don't want kids anymore.
No, everybody was good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so were the dogs were good.
Wow, that's really good.
The
'cause
wife was good.
I just looked at Jack and I said, I don't want kids. I don't need them. I don't want them. I had 3 of them behind me.
You're not the same person when you have them, for sure.
No, they're cute when they're little. Like little Nina is adorable, but boy, right around I'd say 11.
Jamie and Danny in the morning. Identification? Star 98.7.
All right, so you must tell us what happened with your great adventure, the Danny Bonaducci ultimate road trip.
Well, we rented an RV.
Right.
A big fat one where the wall comes out.
Now you have to explain to everybody why.
Well, we'd have to get somebody to explain that to me. I really don't know why.
Right?
If there had been more time, I might have understood why, but it was 48 hours, and we did 700 miles. So
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not clear. It started out that Gretchen was driving to Arizona last Wednesday,
Right.
to drop off Isabella. And I said, I don't understand why you're driving. And she insisted it took the same time to drive to Phoenix, Arizona, as it did to drive to the airport, fly, get picked up, and drive to where she was going. I said, you're distorted.
Yeah, she is distorted.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's no doubt about it. She had gone insane. I think her fear of flying had just completely overwhelmed her sense of reality. It was the dumbest thing in the world.
Something happened.
Then Dante got sick and and I was insisting she fly. And then Dante got sick and she got sick, so she said, okay, we'll fly. I don't want to drive sick. Then Dante got an earache, so we're driving again. So we rent this RV to make a day of it and take the wife, 2 kids, 2 dogs in the RV.
Why'd you take the dogs?
Because I love the dogs.
Okay.
The dogs are bitching. The dogs were the high point of my trip, man. Don't mess with the dogs on this one.
Did the cat come
Even
back?
Sid was okay. No.
Oh, so the
It's-
cat was there.
The cat's not there. It was drama with the cat, man, howling and screaming. So we pick up the RV. And they show us how it works, kind of basically. Because when you got a generator that makes the TV and lights work, right? And you got a wall that comes out, but it only comes out with the car started and the brake on.
Right.
There was a lot for me to figure out when we arrived in Phoenix. We left right after the show. I flew home, picked up the RV, and left. When we arrived at the campsite at midnight, it was very hard to figure out how to hook up electricity, keep the air conditioning on, because at night it was 100.
Right.
So I put out the wall the very first time. Totally knocks over a small tree.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
And there's some damage.
Plus, when you pull in, well, not when we pulled in, but in the morning, rental guys stand out from real RV guys.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole setup process.
When the rental guy is still running the generator all night because he couldn't figure out how to plug in the
people
electricity.
get annoyed.
Yeah. Oh.
They're camping.
It's like the Harley Davidson scoffing at the Japanese bikes. It's a
Yeah.
lot like that.
Yeah.
But when you wake up with the generator on and a tree knocked down and all the real campers standing around you but not doing anything to help you even a little bit, there's just like, you can't pull that close to a tree and then pull the wall out. It's like, hey, I was lucky to pull a wall out, man.
You should have just wore the T-shirt that Stench bought you.
I'm an idiot.
Dumbass.
Oh my God, they hated
With
me.
emphasis on the ass.
Oh, it was a huge, and nobody loved the dogs as much as I loved the dogs.
Oh, dogs camping. Yip, 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 yip,
Well,
yip,
people
yip, yip.
threw out foodstuffs near their camper, and I wake up early, so why not walk the dogs at 4:30 in the morning off leash because one of them's trained. Sid ran for everybody's food and yapped at their camper at 4 in the morning.
I don't want you around my camping site.
It was, oh my God, all of it was so bad. It was
Yeah.
so bad, all of it.
Yeah, I already picture it. I don't
Do you know
want
how much a little tree costs? They would have $300
for a little treat.
for a little tree.
Waking your ass up. Coffee.
Good morning.
Coffee.
In case I don't see you.
Coffee now.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Identification? Star 98.7.
So you all have seen that particular person, and I was trying to think like when was my I've been to get a passport before at the post office, and I didn't know which line I was supposed to be in, which ticket
Right.
I was supposed to pull, and you've seen that person, you feel like a total dork. Well, Danny was the guy at the campground that probably pulled him forward and didn't even back into his spot.
Aha, had end slips both times. You got to drive straight in.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good,
it was
good,
awesome.
Good. And he's the guy that doesn't have the indoor-outdoor carpet that you roll out in front of your step.
You know, I saw that and didn't completely understand it. People put out a great deal of AstroTurf.
Yeah, you got to make your space. That is like peeing in a square right there.
Why? What was that? I wondered about
That's your
that.
space. Got to have space.
But it's marked off. Your space is marked off.
No, it's not indicated.
It's you. Yes, it is. It's your barbecue. It's your picnic table.
Yeah, but it just goes on forever. You gotta have your space, and then that way you can step out of the camper with your socks on, onto your AstroTurf, have a little chair, and sit around in a semicircle and discuss what you're gonna eat.
We forgot chairs,
Oh, that's stupid.
but overshopped. We had no chairs, but there were picnic tables at both campsites. Campsites, well, I was going to say have really come a long way. I've only camped once before.
Gots to bring the chairs. Sitting on the picnic table is not the way to go. That's not comfortable for anybody.
It was all right. Well,
Because you can't bring them around a fire.
We're motorhome guys. We were inside watching movies a lot.
Oh, why even take it?
Dude, you're going to ask me that a lot, and I'm never going to know.
Should have, if you guys really, because see, we were never allowed to have a TV, because if you go camping, you go camping. That's what you do.
No, you're going to ask me a lot of times, so why'd you do that? And I'm never going to have
Then
an
you
answer
should have
for
just, because doesn't one of your trucks have like Cerritos?
DVD in it? Yeah, the Cerritos Nissan has a DVD player.
So you should have just driven and like stopped at the Hotel 6 or whatever.
Right! I'm going to be with you this whole time. I never understood why we did it. Although
Take charge of your life, Danny. Make some decisions.
Isabella stayed with Grandma and Grandpa Saturday, so it was just me, Dante, Gretchen, and the dogs. So it had narrowed down. But campsites have come a long way. There was a lot to do. There were pool tables and ping pong tables and shady colored pools and water slides.
What color? Kind of aqua, like a little tinge of green.
Yes.
Yeah.
There were. Yeah. It said please shower before getting in the pool. Man, it was like please scald yourself when you get out of the pool.
Little
At the
algae
first one.
buildup.
But the second one, it was great. There was so much to do, and there was a real community of camping because I did much better at the second campground. You
Well,
know-
on that Living Channel, they have millionaires clubs
Yeah, I saw it.
where your RV has to be at least $1 million, and then not only that, but your space is like $250,000 a year or something.
Right. And they have
so retarded.
They have
It is
butlers and
stupid.
waiters and stuff. I saw that show.
And no, they have actually on this one they have built-in. You know those grills we all want, that outdoor living
Yeah.
grill thing. They all have these outdoor grills with refrigerators and jacuzzis.
Yeah.
So you roll out your green AstroTurf right to your sunken jacuzzi.
Now, do you roll out your green AstroTurf, or is there a guy there with actual sod?
Well, it's actually Berber.
That's what I thought. Because the second one, although nothing like that, was really nice. It was a big recreational park. The only problem with that one, we were next to these fields and a giant canal, right, that was moving. Looked beautiful. But the guy, I pulled in late on that one, too, after it was closed. And the guy bangs on my door. A really old guy. It was the security. Really, really old guy. And he knocks on my door, and I'm almost undressed, so I flip out that I've done something wrong again. And he gives me a gallon of water, and he says, I forgot to give you the water. We give out water here. We have a problem with fertilizer and nitrate runoff.
So what does that mean?
Means don't drink the water here. Whatever you do, that canal is irrigation and full of stuff.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, but aside from that, I really liked the second campsite. I would do that again, but I told Gretchen, if we ever do this again, mandatory 200 miles a day, no more. Because that was stupid, 400 miles every day. That was that was dumb. Mandatory 200 miles a day, period. And always check out, like, what campsite. You don't want to go to the, like, there were, in the first campsite, there were people with little shells and shacks on tires that lived there.
Yeah, those gypsies or whatever.
Yeah, they
We used
essentially
to-
were gypsies.
We can't buy some people that had big tortoises that we could ride on. They were kind of creepy.
That's cool.
Oh, they were creepy people.
And a lot of campers at the first one especially cough. I
Yeah.
hear a great deal of hacking at the first campsite.
Wow.
Second campsite, like a hotel without rooms. You pull in, and then it had all the services. It had a restaurant, had a pool table. It may have even had tennis courts. There were lights, but they were way far away. This thing was huge.
The only thing that bums me out, and I really like camping, but I like to, if I'm going to go, I kind of like to rough it.
Rough it.
Because then that way I feel like, okay, I actually did this because it's only going to be once a year or something.
Right.
And then I tried to convince that FP to go camping with me, and he
That
said
would have been funny.
he only camps at the Ritz-Carlton.
Right. The patio of the Ritz-Carlton is as far outdoors as I got.
Right. And I love camping, but the thing that I don't like now is, I mean, like just yesterday a chick was attacked by a mountain lion.
Right.
That really scares me because if I go camping, then what I want to do is, I want to go hiking and I want to do that whole like, I'm an adventure, I'm an outdoorsman. I want to buy like a Field and Stream.
Right.
You know, I want
I'm
to have
with
that instead of like Teen Beat. I'd rather have my Field and Stream with
damn.
me.
I shouldn't have brought Teen Beat.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to bring the girly magazines. I want to be like, I'm going to be rustic. I want to be the chick that's out there, and I got a knife strapped to me, and I'm going to cut some timber.
Okay.
I mean, it never works out that way because I end up painting my nails in the tent.
Which has got to be nice for the other campers.
Right. It's just
When
painting.
Gretchen did her hairspray, I was going to punch her in the face. It's
Yeah.
like, we're locked in here.
You have to be pretty to camp. But it's just now these mountain lions. Where was that? That was up
It was
near
right here.
Kernville or
Yeah,
something.
right past Bakersfield.
Yeah, I have it right here with me. Here it is. It
Chick
says,
lost an eye.
a woman was attacked by a mountain lion while hiking in Central California, but was rescued when her friends they heard her screaming in the parking lot.
Right.
And so her friend that got it had a
In the
knife.
parking lot.
Yeah.
How close were they to civilization to get mauled by a mountain lion?
Well, she'd just been hiking, and so then she that bummed me out. Like I wasn't on the trail. I was like, I'm done. I'm sweaty.
I know. It's like waiting in a car.
Anyway, so her friend that got had a knife and stabbed the mountain lion.
What a balls out guy. When I heard that, he stabbed it in the shoulder twice. Not a great marksman on where to stab it, but still jumped on a mountain lion and stabbed it twice.
Yeah, I don't think he was analyzed where the hell he's going to
Yeah,
do it. I
right.
think he just reacted. And then they threw rocks at it. It said she was hiking with 3 male friends. Hey, she must have been a looker. With 3 male friends about 20 miles north of Kernville when the 70-pound female lion attacked her. The lion ran off after the guy threw rocks at it and stabbed it. They said it was emaciated because of the recent fires.
Right.
So it was hungry, and she...
Doesn't it seem like you could take a 70-pound animal?
No. Not when it attacks you from behind and you have no idea. And have you ever been attacked by your cat because your toes were wiggling?
Yes, they are fast.
And that little bitty damn thing is like on your foot and you're trying to kick it off and its nails are in, or whatever, claws are into you. Yeah. Just as Stench, like a 120-pound woman bit his penis.
Yeah, I'm interested in this story.
That's really dangerous. I mean, what happened was really dangerous. I can't believe she did that.
How hard?
Hard enough for him to, like, grab her and throw her.
What the hell happened? Why'd she do it?
We don't know. I guess he just looked yummy. Just like this mountain lion thought this woman looked yummy. This woman dancing thought, now there is something I want to put my teeth into.
And did?
Yeah, like a tasty snack treat.
Now, I'm looking at Jack, who you show evidence of the weekend on your face. You really do. Are you guys reliable witnesses to your own experiences?
I was right there.
Really?
I have notes.
I'm fascinated.
When you have 5 pages of notes from a weekend, that is like, it's credible in a court of law.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I can use it in, what am I looking for? You know when you take notes like a diary?
Would Stack's notes be legal?
Well,
because they flew down the street like Batman.
The thing is, I have to, as long as they were dated and timed, I could use them in court of law.
Jamie and Danny in the morning.
Identification?
Star 98.7.
All right, so I can relate to the not fitting in story.
Okay.
Danny went camping, didn't fit in.
Right. I also didn't fit in with my family.
What do you mean?
Well, I was going to say we all had different agendas, but really I was the only one with an agenda, to be honest with you. Gretchen had one thing. She wanted to go to this mining camp restaurant in the Superstition Mountains. She thought the kids would dig it. Well, that turned into a huge problem.
Because?
We got a blowout in Fontana. As a matter of fact,
I've been there.
When we got a blowout in Fontana,
Kentucky, my friend.
I actually called Chuck from Fontana while I was waiting for roadside assistance. I called Chuck to say, how the hell do you drive into work every day from this place?
He's not in Kentucky. He's in Redding, yeah, which is way past that.
Well, then no wonder he acted like I was insane.
Well,
now, explain it. Doesn't he have like a ranch in Fontana or something?
No, the Redlands.
Well, I called Chuck for no apparent reason. But we had a blowout and waited for an hour and a half for roadside assistance, and then they changed the tire. But I had an agenda. My agenda was I figured out how long it was going to take there. I was wrong by 4 hours. But how long it was going to take there and how long it was going to take back. So I decided I would listen to Bill Clinton's My Life on
kids
CD.
love that.
On the way there. No, see what I did? I thought this out. I brought professional headphones like these.
Professional ones?
Yeah.
These are professional?
Yes, they are.
Whoa.
Instead of like regular Walkman headphones,
Yeah.
I brought the ones with the rubber thing to block out the other sound. And so I'm going to listen to Bill Clinton's My Life on the way there and the Demons of Thomas Jefferson on the way home. That's my plan. Now, I bring these headphones so the kids can watch
Quite
TV.
the family man, aren't you, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I figure the kids are going to be watching cartoons because they're going to be bored. They're going to be watching on the TV.
A real communicator with the missus.
Gretchen, well, that's the problem. Gretchen, I figured, is going to listen to her Mixmaster General CDs, and everybody's going to have fun. I'm going to listen to Bill Clinton and Thomas Jefferson. She's going to listen to CDs. The kids are going to watch cartoons. None of that really happens because the CD player overrides the sound of the television, and the kids, if they weren't watching TV, were just fighting. You know, they were just, kids. They were just fighting like cats and dogs. So no CD. With no CD.
Whatever happened to the good old days, like when I was in a car where you play the ABC game or you play Slug Bug for hours or, all those like...
Scrabble.
Well, one's 2, so you can't really
3.
play. Yeah, 3. Yeah, but I mean, there are still those games like who can find the most blue cars.
Right. That works, in my family at least, that works because we do take long drives. That works with one child. With 2 children.
We were 2, and whatever you did, you tried to get the seat behind your dad because he couldn't reach you when he was smacking you.
No, see, my daughter mauls my son.
No, I meant my dad because he would reach to smack one of us.
Right.
You sit right behind your dad. I mean, my sister and I, Our first fight before we went on travel trips would be the fight to get behind Dad because he can't reach to hit you as hard as he can that way.
See, in this particular driving situation, they could sit 31 feet away from me.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
That was, I thought it was going to be a beautiful thing. Everybody would do their own thing. So it starts off.
You can bring coloring and all that stuff
No,
there.
it's just with Isabella and Dante. It's just stopping Isabella from screaming. It really is. She either is mad at him for doing something, which completely contradicts her second emotion, which is stopping him from hurting himself even when he's not going to. I said to her, do you know you've never said his name? You only scream it. You only hear, Dante! That's all you hear. You never hear go, hey, Dante, let's color, let's play this game, let's do this. It's just screaming his name that he's going to hurt himself.
It's so weird because some parents say their kids fight so much because they're so far in age, which yours are.
That's what I think it is.
But then some parents say, oh my God, we had our kids way too close, and that's why they fight so much. I'm telling you, they just fight.
They just fight. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, my sister and I tried to kill each other.
So there was only kids watching TV and no fights over that.
That's why I have brain damage.
I didn't get to listen to Bill Clinton, and Gretchen didn't get to listen to her Mixed Master
I can't
General.
imagine that with two kids on the road in an RV that either one of you guys thought you were going to strap on headphones. And I mean, you've been doing this for a long time. I don't know if you had fantasies.
No. Gretchen's CDs were going to play in the CD player. I was going to wear a Walkman. The kids were going to watch TV.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you guys thought that was going to happen.
And it's against the law. You can't be driving an RV
with the headphones.
Headphones on.
If I got busted for that after all this, that would just be funny to me.
Well, it really is illegal because you can't hear anybody.
Danny was taken in for wearing headphones. Do you know there's a new law, though? I didn't know about this. Not that I would do it with Dante. But you can get arrested or ticketed for smoking in a car with a kid under 8.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does. No, absolutely. It's just a new law I became made aware of.
Remember the carcinogen car we all drove in with our parents?
Yes.
Oh, my Lord.
I think that's why I wheeze. Anyway, so the dreams of listening to Bill Clinton and Thomas Jefferson were dashed against the rocks of despair. First, a blowout, which really scared us because the tread came off the tire. That makes a lot of noise.
Well, it's dangerous.
It was horrifying. I mean, literally, we're doing 55 and the tread comes off and we don't know what it is. It's just banging against the wheel well, and you got two kids in a big RV. Your heart stops. You become, my idea of wearing headphones was one thing. You jump into super parent mode when you start hearing a giant banging in your RV and your kids, although there now are seatbelts everywhere. There used to not be seatbelts everywhere in RVs. Now they're everywhere. So theoretically, the kids are strapped in.
I even went in a cab the other day, which is retarded. Anyway,
you should. You should definitely wear a seatbelt in a cab. Those guys are crazy. They're wild, crazed immigrants.
Yes, they are. Yes, that is true. That is true.
So we pull off the side of the road. We're in Fontucky, and we're sitting there waiting. Thank God for generators and air conditioning. You know how hot it gets in Fontana?
Yes.
The jack went into the pavement. He had to go get a new kind of jack when he went to jack up.
Wow, you might be the winner of How Hot Is It?
When he went to jack up the car at the Circle K, the jack sunk right into the parking lot, and he had to go back and get a new jack with a wider base.
When we continue our little show, because we have to take a little break on Danny's Great Adventure, but we're also saying when you don't fit in, and I, too, had an experience of, let's just say this. I was with, how many people were at lunch, Jack?
5 of us?
5 of us, friends, and they were all talking about babies.
Jamie and Danny in the morning.
You don't like your job, you don't strike. You just go in every day and do it really half-assed. That's the American way.
Identification.
Star 98.7.
2 things out of a 2-part series. Number 1, y'all can relate to that you think you're going to have that perfect family. Well, Jack's got one coming up in Kentucky.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear the because I thought this was all going to go great for you, and then I tried it. It can't go well.
The first thing is you have the hopes, the dreams of the big family, perfect vacation, toasted marshmallows, graham crackers, s'mores. But what you get instead is somebody with their eyeball on a stick.
Yep, that's what you get. I told you when I went camping with Isabella at Camp Hollywoodland or whatever it was called, I set another father on fire trying to make s'mores.
Oh, but that's okay.
But if I'd have meant to, it would have been okay. Being the distorted dad who tried to reinvent the s'more, I tried to do it a new way and a better way.
What, with lighter fluid?
No, I tried They just cooked the marshmallow and then put it on a piece of chocolate and graham crackers. It's just a marshmallow. It's the only thing cooked. I took the graham crackers, the marshmallow, and the chocolate and stuck it between the prongs of a fork so it would all cook together and melt the chocolate, but it caught the marshmallow on fire, so I waved the fork, and the marshmallow on fire stuck to this other dad's chest. I was the new guy.
You should probably stop camping.
Well, no, that's one choice. One choice is to never do this again. The other choice...
Always give up, Dan. Always give up.
The other choice is try harder. Do it enough that you know. I mean, it's not a hard thing. You know, I think. It's very simple to be outdoors, you would think. A couple more times, I bet I have this down. There'll be no fires on other people's dads to scare their child and scar said father. I'll know next time not to pull the camper so close to small trees that when I extend the wall that I knock down the shrubbery.
Life is a learning experience.
Exactly.
That is true.
The last time I did this, I dumped the sewage without wearing gloves.
Right.
I remember that? Yeah. I won't do that again.
You would have thought that, you know, when you saw that it was going to be sewage coming out of your trailer into the thing that you would have thought of. That.
Well, the guy had helped me so many times. This was the first time, like years and years ago, that... The guy had helped me so many times, I just couldn't ask. I couldn't go in and face him and buy gloves. So I just stuck those in and then scalded my hands with boiling hot water and lava soap.
You know, and getting back to what we were talking about, like, well, I don't know, 5:30 this morning about not fitting in.
Yeah, I hated that.
It's funny because, you know, you can fix yours. Like, your situation, you can fix yours. Danny can learn this stuff.
Right,
and
absolutely.
like, when you buy a new boat or whatever, you know, you learn how to run it. You get a manual. You learn this stuff. But
Or you sell it.
Or you sell it.
Yeah,
right.
or you crash into America. You
Right.
hit an entire continent.
Right, but usually if you want to fit in with the car club, you know, the people that collect the, I don't know, classic 57s, then,
Right.
you know, you learn their ways and what kind of lawn chair they have and the way they set out with their beers beside their car. You know,
Right.
you learn their ways.
I learned the motorcycle thing. I can go into the rock store now and hang with people that know what to do. I learned it.
But there are things in life where no matter what, no matter how hard you try, you just won't fit in. Case in point.
Here we go.
All right, so there I sat. I sat with J-Law. And I
Okay,
said,
who is J-Law? Is
Jim
that
Lawson. Yeah, because his wife thought it would be funny if she got him a, what do you call it, a personalized plate without him knowing it. He's pissed.
Oh, bad. He has to drive around with J-Law?
Yeah,
Oh,
in his
man.
Civic.
What a drag.
So you got your J-Law and Trish, and they have a baby girl named Nina, which is an adorable little girl with the longest damn eyelashes she ever did saw.
That's adorable.
She's 1 or 12 and a half months.
13 months.
Whatever.
Just, 14 months. Yeah, because at 12 months, you'd say a year.
Right. No, she's 13.
13 months? Yeah.
So they're at lunch with us, and the baby Nina's there. The best kid you've ever seen at lunch. As good as your kid, Jack.
Yeah, very well behaved.
Just well-behaved, a happy little child. And then there's Jack, and then there's Stench, and then there's me.
Ooh, one of these things is not like the other.
Well, right, but I'm friends with all of them. I like them all, and so we're sitting there, and how's everybody doing? Haven't caught up in a while, you know. And then the next thing I know, Jack says, so what size is she wearing?
Right.
And
There you go, right?
And then
J-Law?
Trish says what size she's wearing, and then Stench says, my baby's a beast. My baby's already into like 12-year-old clothes, blah, blah, blah. And then Jack says, yeah, well, my baby's really long, and now we have her into, she's already grown out of her shoes. And then Trish says, well, I asked my doctor if the baby's okay, like caught up with, because the baby's really long but skinny, and she doesn't,
Percentiles.
she doesn't have that pudginess. And then Jim pipes in with, yeah, as soon as we buy her clothes, she grows right out of it. And then Jack says, well, yeah, it's funny because I don't have like any siblings that have kids to pass down clothes. And then Trish says, well, I do. And then it's really great because then they send all the clothes. And, not that I'm a hand-me-down person, but it's okay because, she really like this outfit right here. See, like this is a hand-me-down. And then Stench says, oh, you're like my wife. You really like designer kind of clothing and stuff. And then Jack says, well, we haven't really gotten into that because the baby doesn't know he's wearing polo.
Very smart.
And then Jim Lawson says, well, how about the first birthday party? Oh my God, that's crazy. And then Stench says, oh, it's not just crazy. Oh my God, my wife has got a baby planner, a party planner for our 1-year-old. And then Trisha said, oh, well, we had a great baby party and here's what we did. And you know what? I think that's awesome that your wife has this party planner. And then Jack says, I think it's crazy because babies really don't know like what's going on when they're 1. And then Jim says, yeah, we ended up dropping like $500 on this baby party.
Right. And then Jamie says, Hey, do you guys have any chicken with no bones in it?
I was waiting on what Jamie's contribution would be.
There is nowhere for me in this room. Nowhere. I am telling you guys, it is the worst baby pong you've ever seen in your life. And the worst part is usually I can throw in a story about somebody's...
Stepmom.
Yeah, right. Whatever. These are too little of kids for me to participate. And I can't remember what the hell happened with my sister's kids because now they're old too.
You know what's funny? Because it took everything I had to fight back because you were on a roll with this story. It took everything I had not to jump in with agreeing and or disagreeing.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
You should have
but I
sat
mean,
there.
me sitting here going, I want to hear this story all the way through because I'm with Jack about the designer clothes. They don't know what they're wearing.
Oh, this is not the point.
I know.
The point is not that. The point is not the content.
That is why I was waiting back.
The point is that I watched my life. You guys, I was like the second oldest. And I watched not fitting in a table so bad. Like, I can't learn this with your camp and crap where you can try to fit in. I sat there, and I don't know if y'all have had this kind of, like, misery where you're like, oh, my God, I'm almost the oldest. I have nothing to offer. I have a cat.
And then the pictures came out, and poor Jamie didn't have a picture of Clifford to
Didn't have a
pass around the
picture.
table.
I have a picture of my dog.
They all had pictures, you guys, and then there were more stories, and then we went to the mall. And we went to Gymboree, and I'm not S-ing you at all. And I stood in Gymboree, and again, I know that at least there's one of you sisters that are with my pain. So I'm standing in Gymboree as a 35-year-old female. Jack, how old are you?
33.
So I have a 33-year-old male who's holding up cute little hats going, do you think my baby will like this one?
Nice
to me.
Lucy hat, yeah?
And then we have Stench, who's what, 36?
Yeah.
Holding up a ballerina outfit and made me feel creepy going, I can't wait to get my daughter this. And then we have J-Law and Trish, who are also in their 30s, putting on little cute little like hats and shoesies and like.
Jamie and Danny in the morning.
Identification?
Star 98.7.
Anyway, to go back to the not fitting in and all that crap, Jack just during the lovely song and commercials and all that tried to make me feel better. He said, Jamie, but you're talking about baby pong and how, because I'm 35 or whatever. And by the way, it's like that Helena Bonham, whatever.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Right. Just
Is she
had a
still
kid.
Carter?
She's like 38, 39. It's not that that's a biological clock.
Impossibility, right.
Right, clock ticking where I'm like, oh my God, I'm the only one sitting here without a baby and I'm the second to oldest. It wasn't that at all. It was more that, first of all, y'all were enjoying yourselves so much about talking about your babies. So there was a little bit of jealousy of me not being able to share those joyous stories of 2-year-old designer wear.
Right.
But, and all the, then they were talking about their labors and the husbands, Jack and Stench, or I said they morphed into.
Stack.
Gave him the name of Stack. So Stack said they both share their delivery stories about their wives, and I'm just creeped out because these are the guys that I know that when we go out of town, we get it on. I mean, like, we're crazy. But instead, I'm sitting in a semicircle with pansy boys talking about their babies.
Jamboree time.
The worst thing is that they get to do that and then be Batman in a stolen car.
Well,
these guys are all things to all people.
They got it all, I'll tell you that. When we used to like take off for Colorado or whatever, somebody'd say, hey, you want to go to a titty bar? And everybody says, as long as you don't tell my wife.
Right.
Now, instead, we're going to a baby store.
Baby Gap.
The worst one ever. This has never happened to me ever. Usually we go out of town I know we're gonna have fun, especially when we go out there. We always have so much fun.
Right.
And first night we had total fun, and then Saturday morning my wife wakes me up with the baby on the phone, and the baby's crying, "Daddy!"
Oh my God!
I just wanted to go home.
Yeah, he did. He had a slow speed come apart. The man that I know as Stench, as you know him too, that the crazy guy is like crippled because his baby girl is almost 1, is saying daddy, and he's like, you guys, she just broke my heart this morning, and I'm looking at him like, I'm going to have to kill you because you are not the Stench I know.
And that's
crying
me.
for daddy.
Gretchen does that. That's mean. That's flat out mean.
No, she wanted me. So I talked to her on the phone, and then when I talked to her on the phone and she was talking, and then she stopped crying and was happy, and it was like, okay, cool, she'll talk to me and she'll be fine. But then when I said goodbye, it started crying again because I was going away.
And then Jack's baby flipped out because she didn't understand. I had to hear all this crap, by the way. And I'm almost the oldest of the group.
Right?
Yeah, I think Jim Lawson might be older than me. I don't know. You and Jim are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the third, 3 out of 6, and I don't have a baby freaking story to tell that saved my life. And then Jack tells his beautiful, precious baby story about how she got on the phone and she was freaked out because she didn't understand why Daddy wasn't there, just coming out of the earpiece. And she cried, and it was crazy. You know, we laughed. Oh God.
Yeah, we tried to explain to Dante where Daddy was when Daddy was in rehab. Daddy wasn't coming home for 28 days, honey, but he'd be better when he got there.
I thought we were gonna pull out like film strips of you guys or a slideshow at the freaking restaurant, you guys. I'm not kidding. You should have brought slides.
Just so you know, it's not always the joy of talking about the baby. You just have...
That's all they had to
right,
offer.
but when, say, Lawson...
That's what I'm going with now.
Say when Lawson and or Stench and or Jack bring up a baby story, it must be topped by your baby story. You then have to throw out... You can't be a good parent and not throw out a baby story. If somebody starts that ball rolling...
I did something way better. I understand what you're saying, the topper of the kids'
You
story.
have to roll out the baby stories.
I got you. But when you're without a baby and you have no stories, what you have to do is... Yeah, well...
Jamie and Danny in the morning.
I haven't had coffee yet.
Just sitting around with the girls chatting about sore nipples and waiting for the Prozac to kick in.
Identification. Star 98.7.
All right, I'm very happy about this. I have... I just remembered something. Stretching out. Sabotage Jack.
Yeah, I got that at the end there.
Yeah, Danny.
Jack didn't fit in.
Yeah.
Although I'm dying to get to who bit Stench.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we got lots of stuff to go through. Oh, my God.
My entire trouble was I knocked over a tree.
Yeah,
Sounds
but you
like
didn't
guys
fit
went
in,
crazy.
actually, though.
Yeah,
no, but I mean,
I
that's what
did
we're talking
not
about,
fit in.
is not fitting in. Well, you wait till we get to the lotion slapper. Now, that's a story, my friend, that you
I
missed.
can't wait. I'm hanging on your every word.
I know you did. Lotion slappers are interesting individuals, but we'll get to that in a moment. There was a time, yeah, it was true. I was sitting there for 2 hours of baby pong, and it was adorable, I'll have to tell you. And then going to the mall and being at Baby Jamboree with not even the potential to purchase anybody anything. I mean, I guess I could have bought you guys something for your babies.
Sure.
But, and knowing that out of the 6 people, I was the third oldest. Yes, Jack Elongation.
Not to sidetrack, but don't forget, you did buy me something.
I
I'm
did.
going to wear
I
it
know.
tomorrow.
I know. That'll be a surprise.
Oh, I can't wait.
I bought Jack a present because I love him.
Nice.
Yeah. We're a very tight staff here at the Radio Ranch. I buy gifts. I didn't buy you anything, did I?
No, but I bought gifts for my brother because they had NASCAR things for dogs.
Yeah.
They had stuff for dogs you could wear?
NASCAR stuff for dogs.
Oh, I got to go dog shopping.
You're not a NASCAR fan.
No, but I'm a dog shirt No, I'm not. I just heard the word dog and perked up. I think people that would put clothes on their dogs are distorted.
It's not clothes. It's collars and stuff with NASCAR logos.
All right, I'll give you that.
But it was stupid because it was the invisible dog kind.
Right, with that giant leash. I used to love that thing.
NASCAR in memory of number 3. And I'm thinking that's wrong because it looks like it's a dead dog.
Plus, it could get run over and everybody think you did it on purpose.
Yeah, true. Anyway. So we're sitting, where were we, Jack? Because it's all a blur. We were at Rock Bottom Brewery, and we were on our way to Market 41. And so we were sitting there at Rock Bottom Brewery, and they're talking about, there was a game on. There was a baseball game on. And everybody started talking about the baseball. And I didn't know that Kurt Warner, this is how out of it I am, has been traded from the St. Louis Rams a long time ago. Did you know that?
No.
Right. He's like, I don't know where he is right now.
He was riding the bench and got mad and was like, I'm leaving if you're, not going to start me. I'm not going to be here anymore. So now he's gone.
I know his father, Pop Warner. I know that.
All right. Well, not really. Anyway, so I was like, oh, you're kidding. Wow. And so I at least got to participate in the quarterbacks that were kind of conversation. And Jack looks at me with that blank, I've had too many beers face.
And stringy hair.
Right. And says, they're talking about sports, and I could, Right.
Yeah, we got the word.
And I tried to participate. It didn't go well because all I know about any baseball in Colorado at the Rockies is that one time the escalator went nuts and shot people off of it, and I brought that up and nobody cared.
But then you thought like it was the Cleveland Probes or something, not the Cavaliers. You got the wrong name.
The only thing I know about the Rockies is that I didn't make the pitch all the way to the diamond.
That came up.
I figured as much.
Yeah, that did come up. But so I was so, now I at the moment, Jack, I too was having cocktails with you. And so I thought, haha, I'm a better individual than you. And then you guys, made sure I knew that I wasn't because I didn't have a kid. And I was the one person out of all you that didn't have a kid. So that hurt. But now today, having some glory about being able to participate in the sports conversation. And you had to sit there and listen to all of us.
Yeah.
Brag.
Hoping the place would burn down.
Well, right. And then that is true. Isn't it weird how nobody reacts to fire alarms anymore?
No.
Any alarms?
Because they're always fake.
Well, this one wasn't.
The restaurant was on fire?
Well, we think the kitchen might have caught on fire because all the chefs left.
Yeah.
But
and
we didn't.
No one said anything. 20 minutes. No one moved.
Was it an alarm or were you just sitting there making that noise?
Well, he does that sometimes because he has Tourette's.
On and on and on.
Yeah, but we didn't get up because we were involved in a very huge sports conversation. Right. And then I guess somebody told Stench that they want to beat us at times.
They what?
They want to beat us because we don't know sports. And
Yeah.
it's annoying.
Well, Jerry Dixon told me, and it is annoying, being a sports fan and the fact that, Jamie knows more about sports than the two of you combined.
Absolutely.
And she's not a huge sports fan.
Right.
And then you guys will start talking about sports and you'll be talking like about a basketball team playing a baseball team. And no, that didn't happen.
Hey,
it was the Super Bowl. You should know.
I watched Fernando Valenzuela get a slam dunk. That's all I know.
Exactly.
All I know is if we want to be involved in a conversation with Danny, we have to talk about tree houses or dogs. Those he is like, you're the winner of those.
I am the winner of those.
Yeah.
Although Stench can put up a good fight in dog world.
Well, right, that's true. Yeah.
I'm the treehouse champion.
But you are the winner of those. I can hold my own in the sports. The baby talk was a huge disappointment.
See, I can do that one.
It totally sucked. Yeah, but you're not really that involved. I mean, you're not the winner. The winner is you got your winner things going on.
Right. Oh no, not the winner. Can fake that conversation though, being the owner and proud possessor of two children.
Right. And whereas, you talk to me about your subscription to Cat Fancy magazine, I'm right there with you.
Right, sure.
I own food. We walked off
We
walked off the airplane yesterday and I went,
what?
I said, I own food. Jamie and I walked off the airplane yesterday and I go, Cinnabon, really near.
You're right. He is the winner of that topic. You're right.
I could have been like in the mall. We were in Denver at the mall, and I go, my bitch is here. Where's Mrs. Fields? I smell it.
Swear to God.
It was around the corner.
But you know which one he did that was really tough? The sausage one. He did that one too. He called it out.
Oh, the Jody Maroney's.
Yeah.
I love that place.
He called it out while it was still mixed with Cinnabon. He could call it out. That's how good he is. Yeah, he's good.
You're good, man.
He's good.
You're good.
I own food.
And see, I'm really good. Like what I win at is like failed relationships, tumultuous, nasty ass, horrible relationships, and how this show ruins our lives. Like those are the things I win at. That's pretty much I get the crown for that one. And gay people love me.
Yes,
and gay people do love you.
Yeah. I rule. And nothing will get you going or snapping like this one. A nice woman comes up to me, a little bit older than myself, about 20 years older than myself, and said, hey, just touching you makes me want to have an orgasm. And I thought, boy, my day's complete.
Look at you go.
She was nice.
I'm guessing.
Your mom would like her, Jack.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Jack's mom has standards.
By the way, there was an insulting moment. Have you ever had a conversation and you realize you're insulting the bejesus out of somebody and you don't even know it?
Yes. I've got a prime example.
We're at the table, and who brings up the lesbian thing, that it's a lesbian thing? Do you remember that thing? Oh, hell, what was it? It's like, did you notice that all lesbians... Right. What was it? I don't remember. It was, do you realize all lesbians, blah, blah, blah? Nobody realizes that Jack's mom is a lesbian.
Right. Except Jack.
Then everybody starts doing the hardcore mean lesbian jokes, and then finally... I watch it for a second, then I have to call them off.
Right.
I'll try to remember what it was, but it was like a lesbian thing. I don't know. But it wasn't true. I said, Jack, is that true? I mean, is it a lesbian thing? And he said no.
And Jack's the expert.
Well, right. By DNA.
I've got tree houses and dog. Jack's got lesbians and kids.
Kids. Oh, boy, he's an expert on that damn kid.
And pictures.
Oh. You're a bitch.
You're a good daddy.
No, the guy has the triple fold wall out of 80 pictures that like come out like this, and then it's every month that the baby has changed. And then go look at his desk. You want
Wait, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
One picture of your kid, that's what you need.
Go look at the desk.
Yeah.
The desk,
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah,
and
it's a tribute.
And
it's
the
an altar.
screensaver.
Do you know what Stench's screensaver is? To show you the difference between Stench and Jack?
What?
It's me right after my arrest in Phoenix holding a sign that says, I will act for food.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that picture.
We can't figure out how to do a screensaver on mine.
No,
and it's not me being an idiot. We can't. I mean, it doesn't do it yet.
No.
But
But that's okay, because you know what? The guy that we were going to put on as a screensaver, he's gone now anyway. So we really, you know what?
What happened?
No, not that guy, the other guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, Matt's still around.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Oh.
Remember the one a long time ago I said, can you put this on as my screen?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy's, yeah, I don't know what happened to him.
Guy 2.
I just realized why Matt's still around. She was out of town all weekend.
99. Jack, ready for the first calls of the day? Oh my God!
The first call of the day with Jamie and Danny.
Summer. My God, it's like it's here.
It was official this morning when I rode the motorcycle in without ridiculous winter wear.
Yeah,
just
that's
throwing
awesome.
a little jacket and zip to work.
Zippity doo dah, zippity day. My oh my, it's June 28th.
Nice.
Didn't really work, but that's okay. I mean, we got summer going on. We got our new Iraq as the government in place.
Yeah, they just snuck it and said, here's your country back. Don't tell anybody.
Here's the government, and they're. I don't know if they're going to change names, but I came up with a few. Rakizzle. Thank you. Iraq Low kind of doesn't really go. LL Iraq. And then finally, one I really think is going to work out, and that's I Diddy.
That's nice. You should go over there and be president. We could call it Jack's Iraq.
Yeah, Jack
like
Rack.
that.
Jack Rack. I don't know.
Although Jackistan works better for me.
What do you like? I Diddy or Rakizzle?
I think like Rakizzle.
Yeah, I thought that. I'll submit that as the new country name.
Or wouldn't it be Irizzle?
Irizzle. Yeah, that's
to
better.
speak in Snoop Dogg talk? Irizzle?
Irizzle, Rackzizzle. I don't know.
We could sell sponsorship too and make it like Cuckoo Rack.
Cuckoo Rack.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sell
Cuckoo
it to
Rack.
somebody.
I like that, Jack. Yeah.
Rubio Rack?
Yeah. Wow. I wish I could play, but I don't have a lot of corporations in my mind right now, which is crazy. I was trying to do Kellogg's with it, which won't go anywhere for me.
Well, just throw in sponsors. Quarter rack, and the country gets smaller as you take it.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
McRack.
Very nice.
Although I've got me a pair right now.
Cerritos knee rack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beverly Hills Surgical Institute, Iraq. That one's a little wordy.
Yeah, a little wordy for a country.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the flag they'd have to have?
Oh, man. People, I don't know. Anyway, and you, of course, that dog food that, what's that?
Purina One Rack.
Right. All right, so anyway, those are a list of names for our new Iraq. Okay, we said we're going to do the first calls of the day, and let me push this button. Here we go. This is Danielle. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi, guys.
You're the
I'm
first
so
caller.
glad
Yay!
Oh, my God, it's crazy.
Guys
Welcome to
rule.
summer. We rule. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I have to say I totally empathize with you, Jamie, about the whole being in a conversation and you totally can't keep up. I was
Danielle, 5 people, and it was baby pong. Actually, 6 people.
Totally
I was the 6th
terrible,
one.
But I have one worse. Like, I was at this spa day with my friend. It was her birthday, and she has all these other women. They're all married, and they're talking all day about how they're trying to have kids, and they're trying to have kids. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, I totally know something that they don't know. Sex is how you have kids. Just keep having sex over and over, and you'll get pregnant.
You do. You're a winner there.
Wow. And so did you have a boyfriend at the time, or they were just all married women?
I had a boyfriend, and they're like married, and my boyfriend and I have to practice fertility management all the time.
Yeah, right.
You know, otherwise, I mean, he looks at me and I'm pregnant. It's amazing.
Right.
Yeah, you know, and it's funny, too, because when women go out, like married women go out, they end up talking about their husbands, their babies, blah, blah, blah. When single men go out and they bring out married men go out and they bring out a single guy, you don't know who's married and who's single, because all they do...
Everybody's talking racks.
Yeah, all they do is
and
talk
not
about
Iraq.
boobies and all that.
I can't believe you made it through that conversation, Jamie. I would have just puked on the table.
Oh, yeah, it got
Morning
worse.
sickness.
Because then not only did they make me sit there through baby pong, but then I had to go shopping for baby crap.
Nice.
With 5 people, and I'm almost, so I sit there, I'm like, I'm almost the oldest, and I don't have kids, you do that.
You keep mentioning that. I was the second oldest. I was the third oldest. You're a young woman.
Well, at first I thought I was the oldest, which really made me sad, but then Stench goes, no, I'm older than you, and then Jim Lawson said, no, I'm older than you, and I was like...
J-Law.
I was very happy.
That has nothing to do with it. They've given their lives to these stupid
Hey,
little
don't
things.
take that away from her.
Yeah, well, I mean, but the truth is they all had something in common, and I was, the non-denominator.
Don't get your hair done or something. It's much better.
I couldn't.
Do you hate babies?
I was trapped with them and their baby seats and their baby things and their baby. Oh, I have that. Oh, you have the black and white toys that stimulate their brain. And then there's some movie that's out that all it is it's a movie about toys that shows.
Baby Einstein. I have all the Baby Einsteins and Baby Mozart.
They recommend that one highly. Oh, the whole table was in agreement with that one.
And if you're trying to raise them in a religious fashion, the Veggie Tales, very good.
Oh, Danielle. I mean, and my gosh, the most absorbent diaper by far is those Pampers. And I mean,
Stop it.
I'm telling you where I was. I took you to my table.
But when they get into pull-ups, a milestone right there.
Oh, yeah. But our pull-ups, is that a good idea? I don't know. Maybe they should wear big boy panties because it gives them a false sense that they can poop their pants and it's okay.
That's true. Very nice.
Hey, I know. I was at the table. Baby hell table. Baby hell table for 5 of us, please. And I'll have a margarita. Make it a triple.
And a trip to Havasu, don't forget.
Yeah, but they didn't care. I was like, I'm going to Havasu and I'm going to Paris. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, we already did that. But now we're like really into this parenting thing and it's the most joy you'll ever have in your life.
I'll go to Paris.
Oh, no. Then someone, we take our baby to Hawaii. We're taking our baby to Hawaii, too. Oh, our baby travels so well. You say one thing where you want to be better than these people. Uh-huh. Oh, you know what? Ours traveled so good. It was so great because, everybody freaked out. We were going to be in first class with the baby. And Jack's going to North Carolina with the baby first. I'm not sure how they'll travel. Oh, they'll travel fine. All you have to do is give them a little Tylenol, baby Tylenol or whatever with codeine, a little bit of that. And fine.
With
oh, yeah.
Codeine?
And then give them their little nippy thing and put some whiskey on it. Oh, yeah, they sleep for hours.
Codeine and whiskey. You're a party, Jack.
It wasn't even him. They were telling him this. And then, what should they wear? Do you put the baby seat in the actual plane seat? Well,